Hello everyone, I'm here with my little Ann Fitzpatrick doll. She is a Robert Tonner doll that I picked up over at Virtual Doll Convention, and this is a collaboration I'm doing with Dory over at Dory's Dollies and Karen over at Starch and Stitches. All three of us have these dolls, and you can see I have her wrapped up in some fabric because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to use to sew a little dress for her. I am back to sewing even though I have some hand issues still, but I'm persevering. I really want to sew, and I thought it'd be fun to sew for this doll. And in fact, the pattern that I'm going to try to use, I've been messing around with it a little bit, is actually created by Karen. So Karen will talk more about that, I hope, in her video when she does it. But she let me test out a little simple dress pattern that she's put together. And now I'm trying to figure out what fabric to use. So there's this. I feel like this is maybe a little too big scale, even though it's super cute. And then I'm also looking, this seems like this might be a little bit better scale. This isn't necessarily an Easter collab, but of course spring makes me think of Easter, and I have some really cute spring type fabric, and I think this color green with the yellow might look really cute on her. But I'm gonna dig around and look at some more fabric that I have in my stash before I get going and do some sewing here, and I'll kind of take you along a little bit in the process. Not necessarily tutorial, just sort of show you my process a little bit, and then we'll see how I style Ann at the end. So after you're done watching my video, head over to Dory's Dollies and Starch and Stitches. I will have @ to both of their channels down below in the description. Sometimes I also put them in the title, but for whatever reason, YouTube doesn't always make those hot links in the title, and I don't know why. YouTube, let me know. I'm really having a good time with these Ann dolls. They're super cute, and I think they're really a nice size for doing stuff with, playing, sewing, crafting, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's get some stitching done, folks. I'm getting ready to sew again. I went ahead and used this pattern that Starch and Stitch Karen made, and I made this really cute dress. I really like it. I even thought, you know, this is pretty spring-like. Maybe that could be the dress for the collab. However, I just had so much fun making it. I wanted to make it again, and I really like this green fabric, which I think is going to be a better scale than the purple fabric that I was looking at because it's just a better size for the doll. So I'm going with the green fabric, going to make the dress again, and I cut out the middle part here of her pattern piece to help me decide, you know, kind of line up something in the center. So it's called fussy cutting, and it's kind of a fun little technique when you have fabric like this. So for example, if I wanted to have this little, what is that, a little chickie here, and I wanted that in the middle, I could go like that, and I know that is going to be in the middle of the bodice. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this fabric, make the dress again, which was super fun. I have some other ideas for using this pattern and making some more of these dresses. They work up very quickly. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make the dress. Like I said, do a little bit of fussy cutting here on it, and then style the dolly and show you at the end of the video. Here you can get a good look at the dress that I just finished. How adorable is this? And to top it off, I already had these shoes from Virtual Doll Convention, and I thought, hey, those will look good with this. Now I'm going to style her a little bit more, but I wanted to go ahead and give you a good look at the dress before I give her a couple of props. And here is a little bunny I got years ago from Beth Ramsden. I had to pull the bunny out. Here is a little basket sort of purse. This is from a Jin Princess doll, and I felt like the scale was actually pretty decent for her. And she's all ready for a super fun, maybe little Easter egg hunt. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. Again, make sure you head over to Starch and Stitches and also Dory's Dollies. See what they came up with for their little Ann Fitzpatrick dolls. As usual, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful dolly day. Bye-bye.